your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point, every day of the week. Drama, truth, now the stories we've been. Tune in, let reality sing ya. Straight to the point, we don't beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From news to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Current affairs, politics in the air. Social issues, we deal with it fair. No fluff, no filter, we call it how it is. Real TV vibes, what this how we miss. Straight to the point, get the people them speak. Straight to the point.
We're here back live. I want to say thanks to all of you all that are locked on and staying on with us. I know that we would have had us a little power outage just a little while in. And, so we had to bring our systems back up. But we're back up and running, and we are live everywhere. Want to say good afternoon to all of you all that have sticked and stay. For those of you all that are sending messages, they'll not seeing you, something happen. All right? So, and we have the man himself, Mr. Wendell Eversley, in the building with us this afternoon. I want to say, it's always a pleasure to have Mr. Eversley inside with us. Not a stranger. I have to say he's a friend of Straight to the Point as well. Because I really do like the work that Mr. Eversley does on a daily basis. Wherever he goes in all of his daily doings. You will see from time to time videos popping up on his page. This happened. That happened. Ladies and gentlemen, Trinidad and Tobago, that's how we start. Trinidad and Tobago, And from the time you hear that, you know that is something serious. And it is beyond, because, earlier on we spoke to the father of the young boy who would have been interviewed by his uncle, assaulted. And what I want to tell you all is that special thanks to, we didn't get with justice yet, but special thanks to Mr. Eversley for highlighting the issue and bringing it to the public domain and even sharing the issue with me as well. Because, in terms of sharing, I believe that once we put things in the public domain, it helps persons to get the justice that is needed, because they say a closed mouth could never be fed. And I've seen all different various things, and the last time that Mr. Eversley was here, from then till now, there's so many things happening. I saw Mr. Eversley had a meeting with the Director of Public Prosecutions. He has also, I've also seen different things. I saw you dealt with some people with social welfare. There's so much things happening. And there are a lot of people that still may not know Mr. Eversley, because I was having a conversation with some youngsters, and I was telling them who I was having, and they know of the name, they know of the person. I said, but Mr. Eversley was one of the persons in the 1990 coup, because I started to see that the different forces were putting up little memorabilia of 1990 coup and that kind of stuff. And he was like, true. Even my boy inside of there and all, I was telling him, and he said, true. I didn't know that. And I said, yeah, But Mr. Eversley, how are you going?
So far, sir, as I talk about the 1990 coup,
Mm-hmm.
right? The anniversary is Monday coming, right?
Yes, I do.
And I'll be there tomorrow because I have a walk at the NRC International Airport. There's one in Trinidad and one in Tobago.
Right. So the walk is tomorrow.
Friday,
right?
From 5:30, and then Monday is from 5:30 to morning.
Right.
As I talk about that today, right? A senior superintendent of police met me in Port of Spain. And he said, Mr. Eversley, he said, you don't know me, right? He said, but I have been following you.
Just now, huh? Just they're saying that they're not hearing Mr. Eversley. Check and see. Go ahead.
1, 2.
You hearing him now? You hearing him now? But it was working good all the time. Let me see. Yeah, it on. Yeah. It was working good all the time. They're fighting me all kind of fights today, boy. You good now? All right. Let me just take a quick break and let's see if we could get this sorted, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked.
Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point, yeah, we cut through the bush. From use to drama, truth in every voice. If you want real talk, this is your choice. Yeah, straight to the point, we not beat round the bush. Straight to the point.
Yeah, from time to time these things happen, but you know we get it fixed and we get to the bottom. So as we were saying, we started.
Yes, the senior superintendent of police. He met me in Port of Spain on Independence Square. So he said, Mr. Eversley, it's nice to meet you in person. He said, I've been following you.
Right.
He said, but one thing I want to compliment you on. He said, you see that 1990?
Right.
What you have been there from the beginning to where it is today. He said, if it wasn't for you, right, this would have never been on the front burner. He said, it probably would have been died out. And one thing he said after, he said, you notice they're now paying more attention to the events of 1990 and see how important it is. And now that the TTPS is trying to teach the nation children about 1990.
Yeah. And I think it's important, you know, because we've never really had anything in where the history and the education of the things that happened in the 1990, the 1990 coup, what took place, what happened after that, and the years apart. I mean, I think you are actually one of the most vocal persons out of the whole situation that I've ever heard about in terms of the 1990 coup. I think there was something that you was a part of recently, was it a live you was on where you was talking and you was talking about you were in contact with other persons who was a part of it as well, and I think something you were supposed to do and one of the person wasn't able to attend or whatever the case may be. But I mean, going back into the history books, and I mean even me as a 1990 at that point in time, when that happened.
You know, that commission of inquiry sit for 2 years, right?
Right.
At the Caribbean Court of
Caribbean,
Justice.
right.
Yeah. And I attended 90% of that sitting.
Right.
It was through my persistence. We had a commission of inquiry, and it took 20 years after. And 10 years after the recommendation, up to now, the recommendations have been implemented. I know what hurt me most. Last year, for the 35th anniversary, the Prime Minister said that we will make sure that we have a proper, right, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And remember those who lost their life, the family who grieve. And up to today, the anniversary just
a day that
3 days away. And we ain't hearing nothing in the public domain. I wrote the president, I asked the president of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to take some money from her budget, because you know the president does have a budget. For we to have a Memorial Day, for we to have a day of prayer, right? To invite the victims' family, to invite the hostages who's still alive. And I got a reply.
And it wasn't available.
And it wasn't available, no. No, so how could we get the country to listen? Do you know in 1990 they take guns to try to take away our democracy? So then today we could ask the question, if the SOE, they're using the SOE to take away our democracy now. Right? And this is something we should never let. 1990 is a lesson we should learn, that we must not take our democracy for granted. Right? And this is something that I will fight for. Today I had a press conference. It will be on the news today, and one of the media person asked me, right, if I don't afraid for my life.
Right.
I said, why should I be afraid? Right? I went through the darkest day in my whole entire life. It was my first day in Parliament. As a civilian, you know, I wasn't a member of Parliament. I wasn't a person working as a parliamentary staff. I was used as a human shield. You know, as a human shield? Going and get a tour. The first time I get a tour of that Parliament building, room to room, windows to windows opening for the insurrectionists to enter our Parliament. I get beat on my head. You see the star here? It's a life. When they released, when I went home, right, I walked from Arima, not Arima, Port of Spain. I didn't want to touch nobody, and I come down there and I'm frightened. When I reach home, I see candlelights.
But they thought you dead?
My mother thought I dead. And the only person was there to comfort me through my ordeal is my mother. My mother, I had no family. I didn't get counseling, nothing. Nobody didn't know. Nobody know the trauma I went through, you know. Right? And worse again, when they dragged Lauren Caballero, she got shot. I didn't see who shot her, but they dragged her next to me. And I had to watch that woman, watching me in my eyes, blood coming out at the side of her belly, and my hands here. A guy could be about 15 or 16 years, standing over me with a big gun, point at me, and I just saw, and I watching Lauren Caballero bleed to death. And today, those in authority, past and present, didn't see it fit to know that our country was under threat. Our democracy was under threat. I just beg people to give my wheat. I just beg people. If I go through my phone, you will see how much of them I just send message. I say, oh God, donate a wheat now. Donate a wheat now. I beg Vastan Bharat to donate a wheat. Right? I beg Stuart Young to donate a wheat.
Right.
I beg other people to donate a wheat. Right? For Trinidad and the one in Tobago.
Right.
I used to take out my money from my own pocket, buy it. I beg politicians, past and present, to come. You think they care? But you know what has hurt me? When September the 11th come about and the American, I saw it in my own eyes, when the American embassy invite them to come and lay a wreath and remember those who lost their life innocently in the attack in America.
Right.
All our, all our parliamentarians, right in Mary Street, the Anglican Church, they go in there.
For we own me under
Yes.
pressure.
And last year, I was in America for the anniversary. You know who I saw there? I saw Republicans, I see Democrats, right? I saw thousands of people. And I saw the names of the 2,000 and something people in long calling out their names one by one. And they say, you know what took place? It was an attack on the soil of America. And they say we will make sure that that do not happen again. But right here in Trinidad, our government, and when I mean government, I mean the opposition and the ruling party, they didn't care. They didn't care. That day will come, I will walk from Arima, I will walk the thing, lay my wheat, invite who come, but you know the evening, the president and the speaker of the house will go and lay a wreath, and all of them will take pictures, and the family who lost their loved ones, they don't invite them. The members of parliament who held hostage, they don't invite them. The hostages in TTT, they don't invite them. And they are alive. Radio Trinidad, they don't invite them. And the hostages in the parliament chamber, which include, they don't invite us.
So they just have their own
it's a photo up for them.
Right.
Right? It's a photo up for them. It's a photo up for the speaker. It's a photo up for the president of the Senate. It's a photo up for the prime minister. It's a photo up for the, probably they would invite the opposition leader. It's a photo up for the president of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Right? But the people who was there, the people who suffered, the people who went through the trauma, the people who died, they don't invite them. They don't invite their family. They don't care. This is what we are facing in this country today. And that's why you see blood continue to flow in the streets of this country. Right? And it seems like nobody seems to care. And what they're trying to do now, a state of emergency is now, that's why I tell people we shouldn't take a state of emergency to be a state of silence. We're not breaking no law. We're doing everything within the law. We're obeying the constitution of the land of this country. And I will keep fighting for that. Right? And then people, I say PNA is the problem, UNC is not the solution. Right? I'm not in no back pocket of no politician, side and all this and different. Right? If I want, I could be a bandwagonist. But I want to see country, I want this country, Trinidad and Tobago, right? Where all of us could see the red, white, and black. And I will continue to fight. I will never give up. I don't walk the street in peace. You know. The amount of people that meet me, congratulate me for the stand and thing that I taken, right? And what I keep fighting for, and I will keep fighting. I will keep fighting. Just now, having a book drive.
Right.
And it's somebody who meet me from, I don't know the person follow me, the person from Canada. She sent
with the container. 2
containers. And if you see the thing, but soon she will, by phone, the amount of calls, I don't answer the calls. I said, when the person come, they will handle that. But one thing I know, I know the day she come in, I'm bringing her on your program.
Yeah. And I must support to
I'm bringing her on your program. Because let me tell you something. I was there when they went and they pay over $60-something thousand to clear it.
Wow.
Right? To clear it.
Wow.
All sort of people, my messenger, some people be saying, replying to them and all. But it's for supplies for needy people.
Yeah, for those that need.
For needy.
Yeah.
Needy. Yeah. Right? And one of the things she said she's not good at, everybody that have come on the day of the event and they have to receive the things what they have to receive. Yeah. Right? Not going to get to no organization to say this group, say this and that. No.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is only fair.
Yeah, and that is it. And I know the day she come in, which is soon. I know the date will be the distribution, which is soon also too, and then they'll start to take it from there. So
This is
it's something definitely wrong where 1990 is concerned. And I hope the authorities could listen. Listen. 9 MPs who was involved in the attempted coup, who was cabinet ministers and they get in contact with me, I get in contact with them, and all of them will be with me
right
on Monday.
on Monday in
Yeah, after my walk, they will be with me by the Eternal Flame. Some said, one particular said they invite him in the evening, but she's not going. He said, he come in with me in the morning, and the nation will know who is that close to them first.
Right.
And they come in and they say, we are alive. They said, oh, you have invite them. Huh? This is where our country reach. Imagine members of parliament who held hostage, who are alive today. One tell me that I can't get over the trauma that I went through, that 6-day ordeal. They will be there on Monday. And you telling me a reclaim ceremony, which was recommend how the day should be recognized in chapter 11. 2 volumes. I have the 2 volumes, volume 1, volume 2. 12 chapters. They say treat with volume 11. And that deal with the hostages. That deal with the family who lost their loved one. But you're finding money to do run corruption left, right, and center.
leaving the families
Yes, and you're leaving people who suffer, people who went through horrors. PC McLeod, you know, when I finished lay my wheat in Port of Spain, I just go all the way to Moruga after and meet with the family and lay a wheat by the graveside.
Wow.
And he was a young police officer who got killed, who was on sentry at the police headquarters. Was one of the first to be killed when they drive in and then after they blow up the police headquarters. And when I talk about it, let me say, we have people in this country unpatriotic, you know. They're not patriotic, you know. We have people in this country who see about the party, and when you put up something they want to say is a racist, they want to say, call you all kind of names. All kind of names. Here it is, the country at the darkest, and I put it up by giving a little history, what happened July the 19th. And there's certain people, so they want to be wicked, heartless.
Yeah, they're okay.
They're evil.
And this is what has formed our history.
Evil.
This has formed our history.
Right? Evil. Them could never like country. And then after, when it's a particular time, they would want to say, you are my brother, you are my sister. That is what you see, that's what you call hypocrisy.
That's
at the highest
level.
form.
Yeah.
The highest form. Yeah. Right? How you could want to think that, you know, Ralph Brown told me at the commission, he said, Mr. Eversley, I could never forgive certain people. And he was one of the soldiers in command when 1990. He said when they get the orders from the then Prime Minister to attack, he said the person that saved us from going in there, because it would have been a bloodbath, I and all would have died, is the former Chief of Defense Staff, Brigadier Theodore.
Wow.
He said but that night, when Robertson said they are tortured as murderers, attack, I just hear something hit the roof of the Parliament chamber and that building shake. Will I say if anybody storm that Parliament, put a gun to everybody's head, kill them. Thank God that didn't happen. And God knows why he put me out here.
To be able to tell that
today
story.
to tell that story. They didn't have a single year I never missed.
Wow.
Sometimes I alone walking that main road, Eastern Main Road, I alone in front of the Red House. Election time going on, people camping in. And all of the MPs who fighting to be in the same house at the same place where we're fighting for to make legislation for us to govern. Huh? You think you would see any? 41 of them. 31 senators. Huh? This is it. So then, July the 27th, mothers, we remember, they lost a loved one. Caballero daughter. I met her. She was 9 months when they killed her mother. You know why I meet her? A day I went in a restaurant called Faiz in Tunapuna. And she was working there as a waitress. And I see this girl come. She said, "You, Mr. Evers?" She said, "Yes." And she came and she said, "I am Lauren Caballero's daughter." When that girl tell me she living in a church, a Baptist church. She brother come a day and meet me and ask me who killed his mother. I said, "Ask." That time deceased. That time Abu Bakr was still alive. I said, "Ask Abu Bakr, I don't know." All I know, the dragon they bring her in front of me. Right? That girl today, that mash up her whole life. She said she get to know about her mother when she was 11 years because the grandmother hid it from her.
Wow.
When she come before the commissioner, she break down in tears, she cry. People say to her, "Sister," and up to today,
Whole life.
And nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care. And who are the authorities in this country to do something about it? It's the ruling party, past and present.
Yeah.
They say they're doing this, they're doing that, and set up talk and lies.
Nothing happened.
Yes, lies. Nothing. But Monday morning, they would see who come in there. Right?
What about you waking up early Monday? Waking up early, get your walking shoes. I will come out. I come in 5 o'clock, is it? 5:30?
Yeah, 5:30 Arima Dial.
By the Arima Dial, and you walking from the street to
Straight to Port of Spain.
to Port
And
of
I want to thank the Commissioner of Police, right? They approved my walk from Arima to Port of Spain.
Right.
I also have been a music truck. A guy write a song about 1990 for me.
Right.
Right? I think I sent it for you.
Yeah.
And when I reach at the Eternal Flame at 10:30 a.m., we're having a weekly ceremony. I invite Pastor Dutton to say a prayer.
Yeah.
And together with the surviving members of parliament who went through the trauma, they will be there with me also.
Right.
Right? And Nizam Mohammed tell me he will be there. He was the speaker back then.
Well,
Trevor Sudama told me he will be
right.
there. He was one of them who went through. I don't want to call the rest of them names.
Yeah.
All of them will be there.
But a lot of persons going to be coming out to support. And I think that this is part of, or a very important part of our history that we need to understand, because, you know, there is no way that anybody could say, this is a Wendell thing, and this is something that has etched, that has been etched into the history books of Trinidad and Tobago, that has made Trinidad what it is, in terms of our fight for democracy, in terms of every single thing that is under the sun. And I mean, it is. I mean, there's so many things that is breaking my heart in this country at this moment in time, and I mean to see something that is simple that has happened more than a decade and more, and families are still hurting. Families have not been fully seen about where that is concerned. You know, the same way how we support emancipation and Indian arrival and independence and Republic Day, I believe that we're supposed to have a day set for the 1990 coup.
And what make it worse, it's there in chapter 11. They said it don't have to be a holiday, you know.
Yeah, but a memory, a day of memory,
yes,
a remembrance.
And wherever you want to do it, why the government can't put a committee in place? Huh? Why can't put a committee in place? You think them members of parliament, you think they coming out, you know when they will come out? If the Americans
Yeah.
Tell them
Yeah, well, we
we
don't care
have
about
this
nothing. We
thing,
don't
and
have
the
meeting.
American embassy invite them. You see all of them, they will wear the fancy suits. Right?
Yeah.
And they will even walk with flowers.
You
And,
know
they say,
the
what to
Oxfords?
say, and they will see the deceitfulness in them.
Yeah, you don't have
Charity begins abroad. Right? Not charity begins at home, you know. Charity for them begins abroad and
abroad
end
in front of the
abroad.
camera.
And
Yeah.
end abroad.
Yeah.
And they would see them, and they would see all of them. All of them.
madness.
But here, the darkest day, the same parliament where they're sitting to make laws for you and I was under attack. They care?
Sad.
They care, and when you talk about it, they would see, it are people who really not for country, you know. They see their leader, they see their party, and to hell with everything else.
It's crazy.
That is how this country operated, and they didn't feel to realize the parliamentarians supposed to be role models for the children.
Supposed to be.
Huh? But
Supposed to be.
Instead, there's any role model? Huh? When you watch, I'm going to go there. That's how
That it's supposed to be, but it is a real sad state that you know we have something like this, and it's not even treated in a special way, you know. And you know, sometimes I feel like that's why it's important that we the people have to come together sometimes and do we own thing, you know. And corporate TNT come together to support something like this, because I mean, you're talking about this is something that every single year, once a year, for just a couple hours.
A couple hours.
You understand? Where we remember the people that has fought, we remember the people that died trying, we remember the people that died protecting the sanctity of the building of the parliament and all these different things, you know. It's sad. But I know we have our next show coming up, and I'll tell you this. For sure on Monday, I will be there, and I make any walk too. I'll have to check the doctor tomorrow, and even if the doctor said no, I'm making the walk. Because it's something that is in our history books, and it's a little that we can do. We will make the walk. I will make sure to come out with the crew so that we capture every moment from the time that we leave Arima straight to Port of Spain. And I mean, it's about time that we highlight this. And I think that I want to try to see if we could, even if I could get it done before the day of, where we can have a sit down and we run through the entire what happened, so that this is something that is fully documented.
And I think Monday, you will see some people, parliamentarians, you will interview them and they will give you their story.
Right?
You can interview them one by one.
So,
And they will tell you what they went through.
so
They will
guys,
tell you how that day was. Man used to be, I see Winston Ducan creeping like a child.
wow.
Huh? I don't want to talk.
Guys, Monday, please the Lord, we will be out with Mr. Eversley. I'm going to organize to have that documented in terms of even before, in terms of the history of the 1990 coup and what took place from the survivors. However, we are out of time here on Real TV. I want to say thanks to all of you that have been watching and listening. Up next we have is highlights. We have highlights, and the highlights crew, they are already waiting and on standby. So keep it locked, stick and stay, don't touch your dial. We're out until tomorrow, please God.